was born on the 8th of May, 1960, in a small farm in Travagliato, Piscine, the little one.
Hello everyone, I am Franco Baresi. Let me take you back to the beginning of my journey, the part that truly shaped who I became on the pitch and in life. I was born on the 8th of May in 1960 in Travagliato, a small town in northern Italy. I grew up on a humble farmstead just a few kilometers outside the town, surrounded by fields, cows, tractors, and the simple rhythms of countryside life. My parents worked hard as farmers, and our home breathed values like solidarity, hard work, sacrifice, and looking out for one another. Those early days were not filled with luxuries. We did not even have a television until I was around 10 years old. Football was not something I saw on screen. It was something I felt in the courtyard, kicking a ball against the walls or with my older brother Giuseppe. As a young boy, I was shy and timid, the little one in the family. My brother Giuseppe was 2 years older and stronger. We both dreamed of becoming footballers. We tried out for Inter Milan together. They accepted him but rejected me, saying I was too slight, too small for the demands of professional football. That rejection stung, but deep down I was secretly happy because I had always felt like a Milanista at heart. My family supported the red and black. Soon after, AC Milan gave me a chance after a couple of trials. At 14 years old, I joined their youth academy. It felt like destiny. Milanello training complex became my new home, and I moved to the city with my brother. Those years taught me resilience. I learned the rules of the game not just on the pitch, but in the oratory with the local parish priest Don Piero, who created a team that produced many players, including us. Life threw heavy challenges at me early. I lost my mother when I was 13. Then, at 17, my father passed away too. The pain and anger could have broken me, but instead I transformed them into determination and persistence. Football became my anchor, my way to honor the values my parents instilled and to build stability in a world that felt unsteady. I carried those humble farm roots with me everywhere. They reminded me never to forget where I came from. My professional debut came quickly. On the 23rd of April in 1978, at just 17 years old, I stepped onto the Serie A pitch for AC Milan. They called me Piscine, Milanese dialect for the little one. I was small, only about 5 feet 10 inches tall, not the biggest or fastest, but I read the game like few others. Positioning, anticipation, leadership, those became my weapons. In my first full season, we won the Scudetto. What a feeling for a teenager. Yet dark times followed. Milan faced financial troubles and were relegated to Serie B twice in the early 1980s. I stayed loyal. I captained the team at just 22. We fought back and earned promotion. Those tough years forged my character as a leader who leads by example, not just words. The 1980s and 90s brought glory. Under coaches like Nils Liedholm and later Arrigo Sacchi, we built one of the greatest teams ever. I formed an unbreakable defense with players like Paolo Maldini, Mauro Tassotti, and Alessandro Costacurta. We won 6 Serie A titles across 3 decades. In 1988 and 1989, we lifted the European Cup. 1990 brought another European Cup and an Intercontinental Cup. The pinnacle came in 1994 with the Champions League. I captained Milan for 15 seasons and made over 700 appearances, all for one club. My number 6 was retired in my honor. I became known as Kaiser Franz, a nod to the great sweeper Franz Beckenbauer, because of my ability to organize, distribute, and control the game from the back. With the national team, the Azzurri, I earned 81 caps. I was part of the 1982 World Cup winning squad, though I did not play much. In 1990, on home soil, I played every minute as we finished third, and I made the All-Star team. The 1994 World Cup was emotional. As captain, I suffered an injury but returned for the final against Brazil. We lost on penalties, and I missed one, but I gave everything. That moment taught me that even in defeat, dignity and effort matter most. Throughout my career, I focused on the art of defending. It was never about brute force but intelligence, timing, and making the difficult look simple. I turned pain into fuel, rejection into motivation, and loyalty into legacy. My family, my Milan, and the fans gave me strength. And now, as I look back, I understand why the fans hold me in such deep respect, trust, and admiration, why they see me as a true Milan legend. It was never just about the trophies or the glory. In the darkest moments, when the club was relegated, When stars left for bigger money, when everything seemed to be falling apart, I stayed. I refused tempting offers from other clubs. I wore the red and black with pride through Serie B, through financial crises, through every storm. I led by example, quiet but unbreakable. The Curva Sud knew that Franco Baresi would never betray the shirt. They trusted me completely because I embodied the values of Milan: loyalty, sacrifice, intelligence over showmanship, and love for the club above all else. I made defending an art form. I read the game like a book, anticipated danger before it arrived, and turned the backline into a symphony. Paolo Maldini, my longtime partner, called me special. The fans saw in me the perfect one-club man, a player who transformed personal pain and humble beginnings into a lifetime of dedication. They respected me because I never changed. The shy farm boy remained humble even at the top. Number 6 retired forever, my name sung in the stands for decades. That is the greatest honor. To every fan who cheered for me, to every young boy kicking a ball on a farm or in the streets, thank you. You made me eternal. Believe in your roots, stay loyal to what you love, and turn every obstacle into strength. Milan is not just a club, it is a family, a way of life. I am proud to be part of that forever. Forza Milan, always. This is my story. Thank you for listening.
We tried for Inter, they took him, sent me away. Too small, they said, too slight. But my heart was always red and black, Milanista from the start. Destiny called my name. Lost my mother at 13, father at 17. Pain and anger filled my chest. Yet I turned it into fire, determination, persistence. Milan became my lifeline, my second family. Kaiser Franz, reading the game like a book. Captain's armband, loyalty in my blood. From the farm to San Siro lights, 6 Scudetti, 3 European Cups shining bright. Forza Milan, the Curva Sud sings my name. Baresi, 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 echoes in the rain. Fans worship the defender who made it look easy. Intelligence over power, heart over fame. 14 years old, left the countryside for Milanello. Shy boy in the big city lights. Don Piero's oratory team taught me values, hard work, respect, and how to fight. Debut at 17, 23rd of April 1978. Serie A pitch under my feet. They called me Piscinin, but I showed them heart. First Scudetto as a teenager, what a sweet beat. Relegation came, dark days in Serie B. Stars left, but I stayed captain at 22. Led the team back up, loyalty is my tattoo. Never forget where you come from, that's the truth. Kaiser Franz, the sweeper king, organizing defense like a symphony. Paolo Maldini, Tassotti, Costa Curta by my side. The greatest backline in history. 81 caps for the Azzurri, 1994 final. Injury and pain. Missed the penalty but stood tall with dignity. For Italy, for the fans, I gave everything. Fans say he didn't need to be big or fast. He read every move, made defending an art. Marco van Basten called me a genius in a defender's body. Loyalty in hard times won their hearts. Curva Sud worships, not just cheers. They sing for the boy who transformed pain into glory. One club man, number 6 retired forever. Franco Baresi, the eternal Milan story. I always felt Milan inside me. right to the end. My words, my truth, my legacy.